yung assessment doon sa mga nangyari dito sa hearing, impeachment hearing. Simulan po natin doon sa prosecution. Sa tingin niyo po ba naging mahusay ang pagganap ng prosecution sa kanilang pagpipresenta ng kanilang witness?
Well, actually, ang pag-present nila sa witness nila, in my observation, yung prosecution witness was there to really just to authenticate, no? Yung pong dinownload niya na video, no, from the Facebook page ni Harry Roque. So, yun ang ipapatunay niya. Ang problem kasi, when nag-present po siya ng purposes, no? Kasi kung bago ka kasi mag-present ng testigo, ibigay mo yung mga purposes, no? Meron na po kasi doong mga purpose clause na hindi na naaayon sa kanyang competency to testify, no? Kasi I think kasi dapat malimit lang yun doon na dinownload niya at pinakita nila ang video. So with that, kita natin ang prosecution, may optics din sila. Kaya na-realize ko rin dito sa impeachment proceedings, hindi talaga purely legal, but talagang mataas din ang presensya ng political. Kasi kung sa korte na regular courts natin yun, ma-objectan talaga yan eh. At saka ma-objectan yung pati yung pagbigay niya ng opinion, no? Ang problema, ang nagtatanong kasi, ang mga senator judges din na, kumbaga, parang napipilitan din mag-explain ang witness, pati ang mga lawyers ng either about ng prosecution or the defense. Now, on the part of the defense, on the first day, I would admit that maraming mga na-overrule or na-deny na mga objections ng defense, no? Which, ang basa ko naman, is that parang, I think, si Chis Escudero, at that time, was playing parang, sige, pagbigyan natin lahat, no? Let the witness answer. And kukonte lang yung na-sustain. But on the second day, yung nag-cross-examination na, ang kabila naman, na-prostrate na nga si Attorney Ligutan, dahil nga sa hindi rin makapasok ang kanyang mga objections. By the end of the day, I would see it that the defense performed very well, especially si Attorney Narbasa. Kasi ang nangyari, yung napaghandaan niya kasi pagka kinabukasan kasi yung cross-examination. So he had this time to study and really to have this kind of questions, no? So yun ang observation ko. I think the defense was able to bounce back yung sa cross-examination nila.
Attorney, nabanggit nyo na optics ang nangyari at hindi lang po dahil sa mga legal na proceedings ang nangyari dito. Pero sa tingin nyo po ba nakapuntos sa taong bayan ang prosecution nung nilahad nila itong witness na ito?
Alam niyo po, sa ngayon, kung pag-uusapan natin, never man talaga nakapuntos ang prosecution, even at the time na nasa Committee on Justice stage pa yan. Because, you know, the people would never believe them. Kasi, kapag mag-akusa ka kasi, dapat kasi yung may credibility rin yung mang-akusa ba. And you know the personalities involved na nagpasa nitong articles of impeachment. So having said that, meron pong mga pangyayari na napilitan na lang sila ipasa ito. Dahil wala silang choice, no? And at the end of the day, the fact na nalaman nila na meron pong 16 votes na yung threshold, no? Kasi ang constitutional denominator is talagang all members of the Senate, which is 24. Parang napansin ko lang, parang medyo naging matamlay ang prosecution. But they still have yung kanilang sa court of public opinion sa mga tao, no? So they have to present, no, their evidence na kumbaga ipakita nila but through optics na. Kaya makita po ninyo yung the way mag-present si Attorney Ligutan. Kung sa korte po yun, maraming objections, yung mga characterization ng statement, yung repetition ng answer ng witness, inuulit niya ulit bago siya magtatanong. Those matters are simple things, no? But in regular courts, pag objectionan mo, magagalit talaga ang judge. Bakit ka ba nire-repeat mo pa yung sagot? Bakit hindi dire-diretso? You are wasting judicial time, no? That is really in litigation. But since nga political, nagkaroon ng maraming optics. Isa pa po na nakita kong optics is yung pamaraan na meron pang manifestation bago mag-present ng articles of impeachment. Meron pang tinatanong yung prosecution kung ano ang inyong stand, which are sana para lang yun sa memorandum, no? Kung mag-submit ng prosecution or both parties required to submit their memoranda. Pero ang nangyari, na-advance na kaagad, no? At saka parang yung mga senator judges, especially doon ng non-lawyers, parang nagdediretso na rin sila sa merito. So, ang aking tingin po talaga, sir, if you will analyze this, yung legal evaluation is there. But ang optics at yung political, mas marami po talaga ang political optics para ikumbinsi yung taong bayan. Kasi they know for a fact that they no longer can convince the impeachment court. Paano man sila makakuha ng 16? 13 nga sila, variable pa nga yung 13. So they know that they cannot get it from the impeachment court. So they are now courting the public opinion. Kaya nga, makita po ninyo, sa social media, paspasan yung trolls, tapon dito, tapos yung mga doon sa allied, no, na kahit na minsan natatawa na nga ako sa mga comments nila, binibend na yung definition. When in fact, klaro naman talaga, literally, and as well as common sense sa pag-interpret ng mga alleged violations, wala naman talagang kaso against the Vice President.
Okay, attorney, si Master Judea po, no? Medyo
Yes,
nagkakaroon po kasi ng kalituhan, no? Nakikita natin yung mainstream media, ang pinipraise nila is yung prosecution team. Pero kung makikita natin sa mga comment section sa mainstream media, social media, ang pinipraise nila ay yung defense team. Pero sa inyong pananaw po, sa 3-day trial na yon, sino po ang nangibabaw dun?
Nangibabaw, of course, ang defense, no? Because it's easy to destroy an accusation rather than to prove your own innocence. Kasi, remember, it is the duty of the prosecution or the burden of the prosecution to prove its case, no? And every time that the defense will try to attack it, ang simple lang man ang kailangan gawin ng defense, that this is all politically motivated. Kasi, basic po kasi sa impeachment is that sinasabing, kapag mapatunayan na ito is politically motivated, dismiss ng kaso or acquitted na po yung respondent because you cannot use this as a tool to remove a political enemy. Hindi pwede. It should be based on yung tagang culpable violation of the Constitution at saka yung tawag nating betrayal of public trust. Now, talking about mainstream media, hindi naman tayo magtaka niyan. Ako rin ever since talaga yan, panahon pa ni Old Man, PRRD, is that the bias is there. Ang optics nila magbigay doon sa news nila, yung kanilang headline, di ba? Nakaklaro natin na magaling mag-twist ba? In fact, ang remaining na lang talaga na bastion, ito pong SMNI natin, at the same time, ito po yung mga independent bloggers na talagang nagbibigay ng message to all, no? And yun ang effective kasi ang mga masa doon na nanonood They do not want to watch already sa mainstream media kasi alam nila na klaro ang bias, no? Sabi ko nga sa kanila, bakit hindi mahirap depensahan ang VP Presidente? Sabi ko, kasi simple lang guide natin truth and justice, supported by law and the Constitution. Paano tayo mawawala dyan? Now, on the other side, they are always trying to bend it, no? If not twist the law, no? They have been doing that and the people are no longer stupid enough not to understand what they are doing. Nakikita nila na, hindi naman kami bobo kasi yun ang naiinis ng taong bayan kasi parang ginagawang bobo ang taong bayan. And akala nila malulusutan nila yon. Hindi po Mas meron na tayong mga ang galing na nila kahit mag-post ka ng English dyan, i-interpret nila sa ChatGPT yan, sa Gemini. Alam na nila kung anong ibig sabihin. So, ibig sabihin, the taong bayan are talagang vigilant and watching, no? Going back po sa mainstream media po, kanina po kasi twice na po, meron akong nakausap na from The Economist, and kanina po, taga-Switzerland na media went to see me and talk about it. Ay, iba talagang alam nila, sir, no? Ang alam nila, yung anong pinifeed sa kanilang mainstream. So, ganun pala ang nangyayari. Yung mga foreign correspondents, they get their news from the mainstream, of course, kasi yun man yung mga kilala. And ano yung pinifeed sa kanila, yun rin yung pinapalabas nila doon sa kanilang station. So when they learn the truth here, sabi ko, pinakita ko, sabi ko, ganito. Nga sila, ganun pala. Sabi ko, yes. How could you say that BP Inday Sara, na lost niya ang kanyang betrayal or public trust, itataas ng rating niya. Satisfaction, both satisfaction and trust rating. So now they are understanding and they are reaching out to us, no? Na sabi nila, pwede pa ba kaming magtanong kung ano ba talaga ang nangyayari? So they went to the house of PRRD kanina, inamahan ng mga tropa natin sa Davao, and they saw it, no? They saw it that ganito pala paano siya mahalin ng mga tao dito.
Yes.
So yun po, no? It's very hard, no? If the people mismo ang kalaban nila, it's very difficult. Even if you have all the money, influence, power, but if you do not have the people, you will never win in this particular battle.
Tama po, attorney, no? Ito, follow-up question po, no? Ano po ang masasabi ninyo dito sa senator judges, considering na sila po ay nag-aati-ati at may pinagdaanan na masulimuot? Nakatulong po ba sila yung mga tanong nila or mas lalo nakagulo doon sa impeachment trial?
Alam niyo po, sir, si Senator Contiveros is talagang twice siya na semplang eh. Ang intention niya kasi noon is to repair, no? And nangyari nga is that mas nakabuti tuloy sa this defense. Yung first question niya na napilitan si Ligutan na magsabi na, yes, we are trying 100%, we cannot 100% prove it. And they were able to present their theory of the case, no? Of the prosecution. Kasi yung theory po, no? Tinanong yung prosecution, how could that be an impeachable offense? So nag-answer siya. And you know, by answering kung ano yung theory nila, nabasa ngayon ng defense na ayan pala ang gusto niyang ipatunayan. Diba? Kaya nga, wise din si Escudero napansin niya yun. Sabi niya, sige, I will also give you a similar time of 5 minutes for you to give, But magaling din si Attorney Navasa, no, we will do it after the cross. So, para lang Kaya nga, if you'll notice, ang closing statement ni Binluan was very hard-hitting doon as opposed to the manifestation or explanation of Attorney Ligutan. Now, with respect sa senator judges, if you will see, it will reinforce our belief and yung katotohanan na it's really political. Kahit ano pang gawin natin, sabihin natin sa court, sabihin natin legal evaluation, the problem is that the allies, no, or those leaning to the prosecution will always repair whatever they perceive as an error na ginawa ng witness. Ganon din po sa defense. You see Alan Peter Queta, no, is like talaga barking also to however repair or attack the witness, no. But kaya nagko-caution always si Escudero, pero hindi man makinig. Do you think buti kung judge yan na iko-contempt niya yung mga senator judges? Hindi naman, kaparehas naman yan. So pagbigyan niya magsalita. Sana they could have made a standing rule that you cannot ask questions to the lawyers. You may ask question to the witness through clarificatory questions, but do not ask about the merits of the case o yung heart mismo ng controversy. Because if that is the case, it would be tantamount to prejudging it in advance, no? Kasi makikita mo rin ang leanings nila. Now, among all the senators na hindi ko na-expect na maganda ang mga tanong, si Robin Padilla, na-graduate sa University of Reason daw. Imagine ang kanyang mga questions appears to be prepared or asked by a person or a judge who is neutral, no? He has that a face that he was impartial, no? He was simply asking for the ano ba yung saan yung credentials, tapos he was just asking na saan na yung original raw file, yung mga basic na ganun, na hindi mo halata na talagang nagalin siya kung saan man siya pumapanig, no? So, having said that, nalaman po natin na impeachment proceedings in an impeachment court, kahit ang pabalik-balik ta rin nila, it will always involve political affiliations.
Attorney, si paring RJ po. Regarding po dun sa nasabi niyo po si Senator Robin, regarding po din sa presenta nilang video, ano po 'yun? Alanganin ba sila doon sa pinakita nilang video dahil ito ay screen recording?
Hindi naman. Actually, hindi man talaga issue yan siya. Kasi in the first place, hindi man talaga dinideny ni BP Inday Sara na meron talagang nangyari na pagsasalita na gano'n. Ang inaaway kasi dito is yung optics. Kasi gusto nila ipalabas lang yung splice. Now, sa rules of evidence natin, allowed naman talaga na kapag ang other party presents a portion of that video, pwede rin po ang kabila ipalabas din ang kabuuan, no? So what is the defense trying to do is to show the context, no? The context of the entirety of the video and as well as the circumstances or yung environment kung paano sila dumating doon sa interviewhan. Yan ang kanilang target, no? So that it would show that when BP Inday Sara said, it was said not deliberately or for the purpose of intimidating someone, but it came about because of her anger, passion, kasi yung nagpatong-patong na yung oppressiveness sa kanya ba. Wherein, by human nature, it is just, sometimes, no, we utter some words as a defense mechanism. Tao lang naman eh. Now, we cannot say the BP or the president or anyone else is highly AI, ben sila a robot na hindi lang sila makapag-react, no? So, ang aking tingin doon is that it was good, no? Because the optics ni-establish talaga ng defense, no? Ang prosecution naman, trying their best to limit only up to that. And they are literally just proving yung elements po ng grave threat. Ang kay ano naman, ang defense, matalino sila because they are not concentrating on grave threats case as a case itself. Kasi there might be some wrong in what you said, but ang inattack nila yung tinatawag nating culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust. Because remember, these are the grounds to impeach a person, not that grave threat, no? So ano po ba yung culpable violation? Did the officer knowingly violate a specific command of the Constitution? Ibig sabihin, alam niya ba? Alam niya mali. Talagang ginawa niya knowingly, no? So it was just, katulad nito, parang spur of the moment dahil angry siya. And second, kapag sinabi nating betrayal of public trust, yung did the officer or the impeachable official commit an act that is very grave, in bad faith, that it destroyed the trust attached to the office, yun ang pinoprotektahan ng defense na hindi yun nangyari. Despite the fact na nakapagsalita si BP Inday Sara. Because no matter what we do, tama yung mga statements ng mga lawyers. Bakit hindi na lang, totoo namang nangyari yan? That's true. However, kailangan din talagang i-present yan na properly because it is an optics for the prosecution that when they did that, when they got this recording, they did it legally, in good faith, na wala ang political motives. Kaya na ipastablish nila yan eh. Whereas on defense naman, you did it, you got it through with political motive and hindi mo nakuha yung mga original raw file, hindi ka nakapag-interview ng ganito. Kaya nga yung tanong niya, did you really investigate? Di ba, parang that's withdraw siya kasi bawal man talaga yung tanong na yan. No? So yun po ang optics dito. Kaya kailangan pa rin talaga ipaslabas doon. Kaya that's why magtaka sila, bakit patanungin ang competency ng tao nito or expertness nito ng tao na to? Not anybody can do that. Dali naman mag-screen record sa OBS. That's true. Pero we would like to know how did he do it? Was it fair ang paggawa niya? Kasi take note, on that particular video, ang sinabi ni Inday Sara is that huwag po kayo mag-alala sa security ko dahil kapag papatayin ako, meron akong inutusan. Yung word na huwag kayo mag-alala sa security ko at dahil pagpapatayin ako is a threat to the second highest official of the land. But they did not take serious on that. They were concentrating on the threat against their principal na si BBM. So, with that, there is a selective choice of looking for which justice to present, no? Ang protektahan nila. Yun ang kanilang boss, no? It should have been dalawa. They should have reached to the pertinent point that you should have contacted the PSG, the Security Council, the ISAP, the CIDG, lahat to form a task force on that. Because if this is really a threat, that is true. So wala, yun ang in-establish po talaga. So that ito pong mga culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, at ang kanilang pong good faith ng pagpalabas ng video, was it really to prosecute a person who committed this act or is just a political, either is a political motive dahil gusto mong matanggal dahil political opponent mo siya?